Today, I want to talk about something that every communicator, every executive, and every founder needs to understand because it's a significant change from the past 20 years, and that is the role of press releases in the age of AI. Hi, everyone. If you're new to my channel, I'm Susan Saravo, and I'm sharing my knowledge from decades of experience as a communications professional, media trainer, and TV reporter. There's this myth that press releases are dead. I hear it all the time. People say nobody reads them, or journalists just don't want them, or social media replaced press releases. And that might have sounded true a few years ago, but now with AI, press releases matter more than they ever have. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand why. You're going to understand how journalists actually use AI behind the scenes. You're going to understand how LLMs interpret your press releases. And you'll also see how a well-written press release can shape both the human narrative and the machine narrative about your organization. So let's start with the simple truth. Press releases never died, they evolved. And in the age of AI, they've become one of the most powerful tools you have for sharing your story. Let's talk about what's actually happening inside newsrooms right now. Reporters are overwhelmed, they're understaffed, they're on crazy deadlines. They do the reporting for their publications and also have to post a lot on social media. And they're using AI as part of their daily workflow, like many people are in all different industries nowadays. This is not to write the full stories for them, but to summarize incoming information, pull out key facts, find patterns, and help them figure out what's newsworthy. And here's the important part. The starting point for all that AI assistance is the press release you sent. Reporters are using AI to summarize your release in seconds. They're asking AI, what's the angle here? They're asking, what are the key facts? Or what questions should I ask this organization? They're using AI to extract quotes, check for clarity, compare your release to similar topics, and even brainstorm follow-up stories. So when people say press releases don't matter, they're completely missing how modern journalism works. Your press release is the input source for the AI that journalists are using. And if the AI misunderstands your release, the reporter will misunderstand your story. Real quick, if you or someone in your organization needs media training to shine when the media decides to cover your story, you can book a call with me to see if we're a fit. I recently got this text from a client after just a few sessions of working together. Let's talk about the AI ecosystem. For the past few decades, we've been focused on search engine optimization for press releases, or SEO. That's because we wanted press releases to show up in Google searches. But now AI is just as important, meaning your releases are being indexed, scraped, summarized, and interpreted by large language models. Models like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, Meta AI, Microsoft Copilot, and dozens of AI news aggregators. So whether or not a journalist writes about you, AI is already forming a narrative about your organization. If your organization announces a new program, AI will pick it up. If you put out a statement during a crisis, AI will reference it. If you publish stats, AI will pull them. If you announce layoffs, AI will make it searchable and surface it. And this is the part that's so important. If you don't publish an official narrative, AI will create one for you, maybe based on old news, maybe based on social media content, maybe based on speculation from forums or from other people writing about you. A press release is now not just a document for journalists, it's a source of truth document for machines. Let me walk you through how AI actually reads a press release. AI starts by scanning the headline. The headline determines the category or bucket your announcement gets placed into. If the headline is vague or overly clever, the AI may misclassify it, which means it might not surface your story in future searches. Then AI looks at the first paragraph. This is where it pulls the 5 W's: who, what, when, where, and why, and tries to identify the single most important fact. If your first paragraph is weak, all the downstream summaries are weak. Then it analyzes the quotes. Most quotes are full of jargon and say nothing. AI usually ignores those. But if your quote is specific, emotional, credible, and actually adds context, AI will surface it. Then AI looks for numbers. AI loves numbers because they are definitive. If you include data, it becomes part of your organization's AI fingerprint. Then it looks at bullet points. Bullet points are incredibly AI friendly. They're clean, they're scannable, and easy for models to interpret. Then it looks at links. AI uses links to understand context, connect information, and validate what you're saying. So when I say press releases matter more in the age of AI, this is exactly what I mean. You're training the machines on who you are. Now, let's get more tactical. What happens if your press release is poorly written? AI may misinterpret your announcement. It may flatten your message and pull out the wrong details. It may misunderstand what's actually newsworthy. If you bury the real news at the bottom, AI might not surface it at all. If you leave out context, AI may fill in the blanks and not always accurately. If you write in vague corporate jargon, AI will treat your release as low value. In short, a weak release makes your story disappear. Now, a strong release amplifies it. Now, let's talk about what makes modern press releases strong, specifically for AI. The most important rule is this: lead with the real news, not the marketing fluff. If something is a big deal internally, but not externally, AI won't treat it as news. You need to be brutally clear. What is the one thing you want the world and the AI models to understand? Next, include specifics: numbers, dates, milestones, metrics. The more concrete the information, the more confident AI is in summarizing it accurately. Write quotes that sound like a human being said them, not a robot, not a marketing committee. Quotes that explain why this matters, not just "we're thrilled and excited." Organizations love to say they're thrilled when something is going right. Use bullet points. This makes your release easier for humans and machines to digest. Provide downloadable assets, photos, video, graphics. You can host them on a photo sharing site or on your own site. Give the media a clean, easy way to get what they need. And include clear links to credible sources: your website, your research, your documentation. AI uses link structure to determine what is relevant and trustworthy. Another big shift in the age of AI is where you publish your press release. Wire services are not enough. The most important place for your press release is your own website. A newsroom page, clearly organized, easy to scan with a permanent link that won't disappear. Google indexes it, Bing indexes it, LLMs index it. That's how your organization maintains a lasting digital record of what happened and when. And here's something you may not realize. Well-structured press releases dramatically increase your visibility in AI search tools. If someone asks, "What's this company known for?" AI will pull from your announcements. If they ask, "How is this organization involved in the community?" AI will reference your releases. If they ask, "What did this organization say about a particular event?" AI will surface your official statements. This is why every organization, every business, every nonprofit, every government agency needs to get better at publishing releases. Remember, you're not just writing for reporters anymore. You're writing for the algorithms that shape public understanding. Let me give you an example here. Imagine your airport launches a new nonstop route. You put out a release, AI reads it, recognizes the route, and indexes your airport as having that connection. Now, anytime someone asks an AI which airports offer nonstop flights to this destination, your airport could show up. If you never publish that release, you don't exist in that knowledge graph. Another example, this would be a crisis. Say something goes wrong, a system outage, a safety incident, a disruption. You issue a statement, you update it as more information becomes available. AI tracks that timeline and uses your statement as the authoritative version of events. But if you stay silent, AI will fill the void with whatever information it has, and that might not be accurate. This is why press releases in the AI era are about protecting your narrative as much as promoting it. Now, let's talk about how AI can help you write press releases because this is another huge shift. AI is incredible at drafting the first version. It can take your notes and turn them into a structured release in seconds. It can help you brainstorm stronger headlines. It can help you give variations of your opening paragraph. It can help you write clearer quotes. It can help you proofread, shorten, expand, and simplify. But here's the key. You are the editor. You are the strategist. AI can help, but it doesn't understand the political implications, the internal dynamics, or the reputational risk. AI is a drafting tool, not a judgment tool. You are still the communicator. One more thing I want to touch on is distribution. The old model was write a release, put it on the wire, email it to reporters, and hope someone bites. Today, you still want to notify the media directly, but the long-term value comes from publishing the release on your site and letting the AI ecosystem surface it over time. People might discover your announcement weeks or months or even years later because AI keeps your release alive. A well-written press release becomes part of your organization's permanent digital history. So let me leave you with this. Press releases are not dead, not by a long shot. They're more important than ever because today a press release is not just a document, it's a signal, a data set, a narrative anchor, a source of truth for humans and machines. And if you want to influence how the world understands your organization, not just right now, but 5 years from now, you need to publish clear, accurate, consistent press releases. They shape the journalism ecosystem, they shape the AI ecosystem, and in many cases, they shape your reputation long before someone ever visits your website or reads your About Us page. If you want help strengthening your media presence, your on-camera communication, or your executive messaging, I'd love to work with you. You can book a call with me using the link below. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.